Hello. Welcome to Tabata. So I have a strength Tabata for us today. We are going to be using some dumbbells. If you have some dumbbells, if you don't have dumbbells, you can always use a heavy object like a gallon of milk full of water, paint cans, anything you have. So we're going to go through that. Just like we have been doing with Tabata, we're going to do some circuits. Every move we do is going to be 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. I have 2 circuits that are structured that way. We'll do the first circuit 2 times through, and then we'll move to the second circuit, do that 2 times through. And then I have a third circuit that is AMRAP, as many reps as possible, getting away from the timing and going off of reps. So we are going to, let me just show you real quick. I am going to share my screen with you. Go back and forth between sharing it and not sharing it. That way you can see the workout. So this is the workout that we're going to do. You can see I have circuit 1, 4 moves, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So we'll do 2 times through. We'll rest a little bit between circuits 1 and 2. Same structure for circuit 2. Circuit 3 is as many rounds as possible. So we're going to go ahead and warm up all together. Oh, I'm going to zoom in on the first circuit here. I always like to see what's coming next. So I always like to show you that too. So I'm going to stop sharing. Let's go ahead and warm up. And then that way we can just kind of go right into our first circuit. So I don't need the timer yet. I was going to start my timer. Let's go ahead and do some butt kicks. I do not have any music on here today. I encourage you to go ahead and put on your favorite playlist. That way you don't have to listen to me and yourself breathe. If I put music on here, I feel like it messes up the audio. So we'll just go ahead and put your own music on. Gonna give me some side lunges, side to side, working the thighs, those hips. Chest is up, knees flat back. And give me some squats, weight is in your heels, chest is up. You're gonna put those arms out to the side, nice flat back. You're gonna just reach towards that opposite toe. You don't have to touch it. Once you get that nice flat back, stretching out those hamstrings and your spine, warming it up, getting the blood flowing. Go ahead and give me some jumping jacks. Arms are nice and big, hands, fingertips touch at the top. You can always modify by tapping your toes if you would like. Side to side. Again, nice flat back. Go ahead and give me those nice body weight squats, weight is in your heels, butt is back, deep breaths. Now it's going to take those nice long arms, again, reach towards that opposite toe. One more time, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me share my screen. I'll show you the moves as we go. So we're going to start with circuit 1. Again, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. First move, go ahead and grab your dumbbells. And the dumbbell thruster, you're just going to squat and then press those weights up. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm realizing I didn't show you what the moves are with my screen big. I want to show you that so I can show you form. So I feel like I'm all over the place today. Dumbbell thrusters are here, squat to overhead press. Then we are doing a hip bridge. So you're gonna push those hips up, and you're gonna give me a chest press. So those weights come from your chest all the way up. Then we are going to deadlifts. So I want those weights in front of your thighs. Nice soft knees. You're gonna stick your butt back. Nice flat back. Deadlifts for 40 seconds. Then you're gonna come down to your mat. You can be on your dumbbells. I know it bothers some people's wrists, so you don't have to be. But you're gonna have nice wide feet to pull those arms back. Again, you don't have to on your dumbbells. You don't even have to use your dumbbells if you don't want. You can also come to your knees and do the same move. Now we're gonna get started. So go ahead. I'm sorry for being all over the place today. Go ahead and grab your weights. We are gonna start with those dumbbell thrusters. 40 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. 40 seconds of dumbbell thrusters. Squat, press them up. That means we have 30 seconds left. Halfway there with 20 seconds left. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Coming down to the ground with 20 seconds. On your back. You want your dumbbells, one dumbbell in each hand. Feet are nice and flat. We're gonna hold a hip bridge while you give me your chest press. So go ahead and squeeze those hips up, squeeze your cheeks up to the ceiling. You're going to bring those elbows down to the ground. Exhale as you press them straight above you. Nice deep breaths. Always checking in with those hips. Make sure you're squeezing those hips up to the ceiling. Don't let them drop. Nice deep breaths. Three, two, one. Stand up for deadlifts. If you have heavier weights, a lot of times people can use heavier weights for deadlifts because you're using your lower body. So if you wanted to switch to heavier, you can. You don't have to. So go ahead and start setting up. Get those feet hip width apart. Get those knees nice and soft. We're going to go ahead and start. So you stick that butt back, nice flat back. Squeeze those hips up at the top. Nice deep breaths. We are halfway there with 20 seconds left. Ten more seconds. Nice deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Down for renegade row. So we're in that high plank. Again, you do not have to use your dumbbells if you prefer not to. So we're going to come down. I want those feet nice and wide. That way your hips stay nice and still. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Come up in that plank. Alternating those arms. Rowing that dumbbell or your hand to either side of your chest. Focus on those deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And keep on going here. We're halfway with 20 seconds left. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. We are going right into the beginning of circuit 1. So grab the dumbbells, stand up. for your dumbbell thrusters. Do one more round through the circuit. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. So those weights at your shoulders, you're going to squat, push those weights up. Use that momentum from the up of your squat to thrust those weights up above your head. Deep breaths. We're halfway there. You might be wondering why you're feeling your heart rate up. Start to breathe a little heavier. This is a nice full body movement. We're using your lower body, your core, your upper body. So we're really getting that blood flowing, muscles working, heart rate up, adding that hint of cardio in there. 3, 2, 1. Down to the ground. Hip, bridge, chest press. So on the ground, get those feet flat. Whew. The elbows are down on the ground. Weights on either side of your chest. Nice deep breaths. All right, then squeeze those hips up. Add that chest press. Again, keeping those hips squeezed up this entire time. Exhale as you press those weights up. Nice deep breaths. Keep those hips squeezed up. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to stand back up for your deadlifts. Again, if you have heavier weights, you can grab heavier weight for these ones. I know we're limited when we're at home with our weight choices. We always want to choose a weight that is challenging. So 40 seconds should be pretty challenging for you. Go ahead and begin your deadlifts. Nice flat back. Squeeze those hips up at the top. Deep breaths. Should be feeling those hamstrings, which are the back of your legs, your glutes, maybe a little bit in your low back, but it should not be painful in your low back. We're halfway there. Nice deep breaths. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Down for renegade rows. Again, on or off your weight. I'm one of those people who my wrist seems to bother me when I'm on my weight. So I'm going to do this move without dumbbells. Same thing, pulling a hand to either side of your chest. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. So feet, again, are nice and wide. Trying to keep those hips nice and still as possible. Do not worry about your speed on this one. I want you to think about nice form. Keep those shoulders over your wrists. Hips, shoulders, head, neck are all in line. So with that, with your neck, I do not want you looking back at your toes. You're looking in front of your fingertips a little bit. To keep that nice neutral spine so you're not putting any extra pressure on your neck. We have 10 more seconds. Nice deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. All right, that is the end of our first circuit. Same structure for circuit 2. Let me scroll down so you can see it. And it doesn't want to scroll nicely. Pause that here. So same setup, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. You're going to grab those dumbbells. 4 moves. Again, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. That way I can show you each move. Grab a quick drink. So again, same setup. You're going to hear my timer again. But 4 new moves. So sumo squat to upright row. You're going to take those feet nice and wide. Turn those toes out. You might also hear this called a plie squat. You're going to have those palms facing you in front of your thighs. You're going to squat down. Hold those elbows up nice and high, that weight to your chin. Our feet are nice and wide because if they're not wide enough, you're going to come up on your toes. Your knees will go above your toes, so your weight's in your heels. Front to lateral raise. If you have lighter weights, I encourage you to grab those. This exercise is hitting that small muscle group that covers your shoulder, so it wears out pretty quickly. Nice base of support, so about shoulder width apart with your feet. You're going to have one arm in front of you, one to the side. You're just going to make an L. We're just going to alternate. If you don't have lighter weights, if that's too much, you can always give me lateral raises with those arms bent. That'll take a little bit of the weight away. Lateral lunges you can do with or without weight. However you want to hold them to your side if you're using weight. But lateral lunges, you're just going to take a big step to the side. The leg that you step with is bent. The other one stays straight. And you're just going to give yourself room. Alternate. So again, if you want to hold weight, you can, whatever feels good to you. But this is like we did in the warm-up. Nice flat back. I'm going to challenge you, encourage you to go a little bit further in that lunge. So those are lateral lunges. Leg raises or reverse crunches down on your mat. This is going to target our core. I like to tuck my hands underneath my tailbone because I do not want your back to arch too bad. You want your back to stay pressed into the mat. So I like to tuck my hands under my tailbone. Leg raises are here. Trying not to touch those heels to the ground. You can always modify and do one at a time. If you want to up the intensity a little bit, you're going to do reverse crunches, which is bringing those hips up off the ground at the top. All right, sound good? Ready to get started? Go ahead and grab your weight. We're going to get ready for a sumo squat to an upright row. We are starting in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and start. Sumo squat to upright row. Again, nice wide feet. Turn those toes out so it's like a little plie. Sumo wrestler. Pulling those elbows up nice and high. Weight to your chin. Nice deep breaths. I want you to exhale as you press up. Halfway there. Go squeeze your cheeks up at the top of that squat. 3, 2, 1. Back to lateral raise. So if you have lighter weights, you go ahead and grab them. If not, like I said, you can always give me your lateral raise with your elbows bent. That'll take a little weight away. One arm in front of you, one out to the side, making that L shape. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. So you're just nice deep breaths, bringing those dumbbells up to shoulder level, no higher. And I told you to have this nice base of support. So this, while it's not a core exercise, we are utilizing your core to keep the rest of your body nice and stable. So when you do this exercise, I want you to think about your shoulders, your arms being the only things to move, right? We have about 10 seconds left. These tire out quick, right? I wasn't lying. Deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Lateral lunges, with or without weight. Your choice. Gonna get a good lower body workout no matter what you do. So one leg stays straight, the other bends. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. So you're really, stand back up to center. You're really pushing through that leg that's bending to really push and power you back up to center. Nice deep breaths. And that chest stays up, back is nice and flat. You do not want it rounded. Three, 2, 1. Set those weights down, coming down to the ground. Leg raises or reverse crunches. Whew, lots of full body movement, so the heart rate is up, right? Let's go ahead and tuck those hands under your tailbone again. I do not want your back to overarch. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Again, leg raises. Modify, you can always do one leg at a time. If you want to add a little bit of intensity, go ahead and raise those hips for that reverse crunch. And you're never stuck with one modification. So if you want to do 4 or 5 leg raises, then give me 2 or 3 reverse crunches, that's great. I want you to challenge yourself. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Give me what you got. Deep breaths. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We are back up to the beginning of the circuit 2 with sumo squats to upright rows. So grab those dumbbells. Remember, you want nice wide feet. Turn those toes out so that we hit those inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. Squat. Pull those dumbbells up. Elbows come up nice and high. Exhale as you pull up. So you got less than 15. We've got about 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Onto shoulders, frontal lateral raise again. Lighter weights if you have them. If not, stick with those bent elbow lateral raises. Whew, those sumo squats get the heart rate up. So I like to do full body movements, add a little cardio to our strength. All right, we're starting that frontal lateral raise. One front, one to the side, making that L. Nice deep breaths. Weights come to shoulder level, no higher. Woo. How are your shoulders feeling? Nice deep breaths. 15 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. All right, lateral lunges with or without weight. Just give yourself space side to side. One leg is bent, the other stays straight. Keeping that back nice and flat. 3, 2, 1. Again, that leg that's bent, you're really gonna push and power yourself back up to center. Back nice and flat. Get nice and low. And that lateral lunge. We are halfway there with 20 seconds left. Keep that core nice and strong. Each movement's nice, strong, and controlled. Three, 2, 1. One more move of this circuit. Leg raises or reverse crunches, whichever you prefer. So down on your back. Again, if you feel like your back is arching, tuck those hands into your tailbone. Start in 3, 2, 1. Leg raises. Again, modify, do one leg at a time. A little bit more intensity, you're gonna raise those hips up. Nice deep breaths. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and stand up. We are moving on to our third and final circuit. Like I said, we are moving away from the timed and going to repetitions. So we're gonna do as many rounds as possible. Let's shoot for 4 times through this. If you have to shorten it and do less times, you can. If you want to do a couple more, you can do that as well. So you don't need any weight. If you want to, you could add weight to your squats. So we're gonna do regular squats like we did when we warmed up. So nice shoulder width apart hips. That weight comes back to your heels. That way your knees stay behind you. So I do not want to see any of this. Your butt comes back. Should be able to wiggle your toes at the bottom. So 6 to 10 squats. If you want to hold weight, you can grab one of your weights and add squats. After your 6 to 10 squats, you're going to give me mountain climbers, 8 to 12 on each leg, which is 16 to 24 total, however you want to count. We're going to set up that nice high plank just like we did for our renegade rows, but this time you're pulling your knees to your chest. So you can speed them up, you can slow them down, but I want you to keep that shoulder over your wrist. So 8 to 12 each leg, mountain climbers, and then Superman's is going to hit our low back. So you can come down to your stomach, long arms, long legs. You're going to raise your chest, raise your knees, back down. So this is a small movement, but we're hitting that low back, which we don't always work. We did work a little bit with our deadlifts today, but especially when we're sitting a lot of our day, we don't work these muscles that much. So that's why it's a small movement, but you're going to feel it. All right, so go at your own pace. We're going to do 4 rounds through, all right together. So once you're done with Superman, you go right back up to squats. All right, so you can go at my pace, go a little faster or slower, but we're doing squats, 6 to 10. Squeeze your hips at the top, deep breaths. After your squats, you're coming down for mountain climbers, 8 to 12 each leg, 16 to 24 total. Speed is your intensity, so you can speed it up, you can slow them down. And then you're down, come on, stand up. You're down on your stomach for your Superman, 6 to 10. Just raise your chest, raise your knees, lower back down. You can modify, you can always do just your chest. You can always do just your legs. You don't have to raise both. But 6 to 10 of these, and then you're gonna stand back up for your squats. So then squats with or without weight. We're gonna do 3 more times. It's a little bit quicker of a circuit, but a nice end to our workout. Deep breaths. After your squats, you're doing mountain climbers. After your mountain climbers, come down for your Supermans, 6 to 10. Two more times. Back up for squats. 6 to 10 squats. Deep breaths. And mountain climbers. Lower your stomach for Superman, 6 to 10. All right, one more round. And then we'll pull it down. Back up for squats. Mountain climbers. Superman. One more time, and then we're gonna cool it down. This is it. All right. That is it for our strength Tabata circuit today. Awesome job. Let's go ahead and cool it down together. Go ahead and grab a drink. Give yourself a nice little round of applause or pat on the back for finishing the workout today. Hopefully you feel a little bit better than when you started. If you don't right now, I promise you will later. Might be a little sore, but you're gonna be glad that you did it. You're gonna be glad that you got moving. Let's go bring those heart rates down, stretch those muscles that we worked. So kind of nice wide feet, big deep breath in through your nose, and out through your mouth. One more time. Go and bring those hands back behind your back. Raise them as high as you need to feel that stretch across your shoulders, your chest. Keep those shoulders down and relaxed. Still taking those big deep breaths. Letting that heart rate come a little bit closer to resting. And bring one arm across your chest, grab above your elbow, keep that shoulder down and relaxed. Pull as you need to feel that stretch in your shoulder. And switch. Same thing, still taking nice deep breaths. Go ahead and grab one of your ankles, stretching out those quads. So I want you to keep that knee pointed straight down to the ground. If you want to feel more of a stretch, kind of squeeze your cheeks or drop the bottom of your hips forward. While keeping that knee pointed straight down, you're going to feel more of a pull with the front of that leg. Go ahead and drop that same heel down, step back, pulling this toe back. You're going to feel that stretch in the back of your leg. Nice deep breaths. Kind of push that toe down, step back, bring those hands to your front knee, and you're going to sink low into that lunge. Oh, I really feel that one today. You're going to feel that stretch in the top of your hip. We're extra tight there. So these are our hip flexors. Runners, you're going to get really tight hip flexors. If you're seated a lot, those muscles are going to tighten. So you're going to feel that stretch in your hip there. And stand up, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So grab that opposite ankle. Again, knee pointed straight down. Drop your hips forward. Nice deep breaths. And drop that heel down. Sink back into that back leg. You should feel in the back of that front leg. And step back a little bit more for a deeper stretch if you need to. Nice deep breaths. Then push those toes down, step back into that lunge. As deep as you need to feel that stretch. Keeping that torso tall. Nice deep breaths. All right, then stand up. And that is it for your strength Tabata today. I hope you enjoyed class. I hope you're feeling a little bit stronger than when you started. And I hope I see you guys soon. Have a nice rest of your day.